and they're giving the money to Hamas, they're giving it to Hezbollah, they're giving it to everybody. Our military leaders have gone woke, and we're teetering on the brink of World War III. And I am the only candidate in this race who's up to the task of saving America from every single Biden disaster, starting on day one. I know everybody. Thank you. You can sit down. Go ahead, sit down. Oh, we have some front row Joes. You know, these people, I don't know, they must be rich. Stand up. These are rich people because I see them at every event. They're like at 167 in a row. What do? You must be loaded, right? Loaded with cash. But you know what he is more than he's a great American, and they are great Americans. Thank you very much. Thank you. Great people. Great people. There's at so many events. It's beautiful. We have a lot of people that go to a lot of events. We have people that are well over 100. That group of beautiful ladies from North Carolina, right? They've gone to, I think, 117 now. I say, are your husbands happy with you? I don't know. But they're great people. Since 2016, you have been in this battle side by side. We've worked side by side, taking on the entire corrupt system in Washington like no one has ever done before. Nobody's ever done what we've done. You know, we had, prior to COVID coming in, a gift from China. That was a beauty, right? But we had a meeting with John McLaughlin, the great pollster, and a couple of others, and they said, sir, if George Washington and Abraham Lincoln came back from the dead and they decided to run as president and vice president, you'd beat them by 35 points. Because this country was rocking. We were beating China. You know, I put tariffs. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. Nobody had ever, it really slowed them down. In fact, they're trying to get rid of the tariffs, but they can't because they're producing so much money. Biden would love to get rid because, you know, he got paid off by China, a lot of money. So he wants to do whatever he can to keep them happy. But it's terrible. I mean, he's like a Manchurian candidate. This is what we have as a president. It's a terrible thing. Together we stood up to the failed establishment, the corrupt media. Those people right back there, look at all those cameras. We stood up to the deep state, the globalists, the warmongers, the Wall Street special interests, the open borders fanatics, and the radical left, and we achieved more than any administration just about in the history of our country. We rebuilt our military. Think of it. We got the largest tax cuts in history, the largest regulation cuts in history. We did things like right to try, where people were terminally ill and they couldn't get some of the really advanced medicines. We have the greatest labs and the greatest doctors in the world for all of that. And you couldn't, you know, they traveled to Asia, they traveled to Europe, they traveled all over the world. If they had no money, they'd go home and they'd die. But right to try gave them the right to use these great, I mean, we've saved thousands and thousands and thousands of people. One of those people is with us today, actually. Natalie, I don't know if Natalie's around, but she's with us today. Where is she? Where would Natalie be? But Right to Try was an amazing thing. She works with us. She works so hard. She's usually back working on the computer while I'm speaking. That's extremely insulting, but that's okay, because she's heard this speech many times before. But we always change up our speeches, don't we, huh? You know, a lot of politicians, they go around and they say the exact same speech for months. Months and months. Did not a word change. It doesn't, even if history is changing in front of their very eyes, it's that same speech over and over again. And then they wonder why nobody listens. With me, there's always a risk, especially when I go off, right? Right?
Stay with the Times of India for news breaks, analysis, interviews, and events. We bring you stories from your neighborhood and from across the globe as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button and press the bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos.